Hi guys, welcome to Crypto B101, the home of value and good information when it comes to cryptocurrency trading and investment. Today is the 16th of October 2025 and crypto is still dumping. When I mean dumping, we are not seeing any movement going back. Or yes, we can see some of the altcoins trying to push ahead, but like I told you yesterday, please do not get into the market until we have a confirmation. You can see exactly what I said is what happened, because you can see yesterday ETH was trying to push ahead up to like 4,000 to thereabout. Then when the New York session opens, it dragged it down back to around 3,008 thereabout. So that is why it is very, very important for you guys to always wait for confirmation before you do anything when in regards to entry. And remember, this is not financial advice, it's just for educational purpose and entertainment. Make sure you do your own research and you trade with the money you can afford to lose. But before we move on with the show, it's the Bitcoin and Breakfast Show coming to you live from the studio. Please, if you've not subscribed to the channel, subscribe, like, and share, and do not forget to turn on your notification bell so you can always get the juicy content or the nugget that we drop for you on this great platform. All right, let's share with the community and the social media handles so people can join us as well. And thanks for those that have been joining live. But please and please always share with other people too, so they can benefit from what is going on this great platform. And if you've not joined the community yet, I think you're missing out as well, because we've got free educational content. We have what will I call it, signals and all of that that you can benefit from the group, and it's going to help your trading journey, especially if you are a day trader that wants to go in and out of the trade. Also, if you're a spot trader or you're an investor, we're still going to discuss more about the chart. This channel is all about looking out for the crypto community and discussing what really matters. You can see all what I've been telling you guys, I think 3 weeks ago, is now what everyone is now talking about now. Like, are we getting close to the end of bull run? Is Bitcoin going to move back to 130 or the 180, 250 everyone has been shouting about, But the truth is, most of these people, they just want to push. Some of them, they have exchanges. Some of them, they're paid to do whatever they are doing. So you need to always do your own research and do not just, trade blindly or just invest blindly because you see someone talking about one token, or you see someone posting thousands of gains the person have made from whatever trading he or she is doing. But having said that, let's dive into today's business, and we've shared the link. Please and please, you can join the community. The links are down in the description. This is the Bitcoin and Breakfast Show, and this is the only place where we trade it and we do not gamble it. I'm Ahmed Oladmeji Kazim, aka KC the Great, and today, if you look at BTC, you see BTC has been dumping back since it retraced back to 160. And what did I tell you? I told you, I think 3 days ago or 4 days ago, Monday, when I did this Fibonacci stuff, that maybe we'll just push back to around 50% or 0.681 thereabout. And exactly, I think it's around 50%, and the market is starting to push back now, and from there we could see it testing this door, this 102, or break above. And I told you, even though we're going to get into this market, we could only wait for the price to push down here to around 107 or 105. That will be a perfect entry for us to get in, and we can only get in if we see the structure or the signal push it back. But if that didn't happen, I'm afraid we need to stay away from BTC and just be resting, except we are day traders that just go in and out. But if you're an investor or you're a spot trader, we still need to, stick around. And with the news coming out of the space, they're not really encouraging at all. Let me share one of these news with you. You can see Trump now confirms active US-China trade war. That is huge. This man right here, that is the United States of American president, has now confirmed that they are now in active trade war with with China, and that is really going to be how am I going to call it, a backlash to crypto. We also what has happened with the government shutdown already. Excuse me. We saw what happened with the government shutdown already, when things are not being approved, data are not coming out. Now they're now adding China US trade war to it. So it just looked like everything is not looking rosy the way we expect it to be or to move. You understand? So I think we just need to calm down. Sorry, I don't know what's that. I managed to get it out. So we just need to calm down and make sure we get the right thing or do the right thing. So like I was saying, Trump confirms active US-China trade war, and that is really something we need to take a look at. Not only that, Bitcoin holds near 111,000, even trading below it now, as traders weigh in China retaliation risk appetite. Now that they've confirmed it, we don't know what China is going to do next, and we might see this dump from here continue to come down like this, or from some movement around this point for some times, but the chart is definitely going to tell us what we need to do. So not only that, you can even see now that Bitcoin bull run is coming to an end. Cycle peak countdown signals 99.3% completion. So is what I've been telling you guys for some time now, that whatever we are doing, we should know that this thing happen in cycles, even though we have different games going on now. Now 99.3% completion is being done. So anytime we could find ourselves in bear market, and we're now seeing signals that is bringing that to existence, like Trump activating trade war with China, like seeing an OG transfer 2,000 Bitcoin to 51 wallet, so it looks like everyone is now starting to understand that, okay, it's like we are now close to the bear market. After all, we are even close to the end of bear market. I know the reason why a lot of us are really thinking, oh, maybe we shouldn't do this or we shouldn't do that, is because we're thinking maybe alt season, meme coin season has not really played out, so the market cannot, the bull run cannot come to an end. No, you need to understand this bull cycle is different. What even propelled Bitcoin this bull cycle and Ethereum was because of the ETF. You understand? Though we have other ETFs lying down on the table for other altcoins, but the government shutdown is affecting it. And now we're having another problem with US-China trade war now activated, and also a lot of things is giving us signal that we might be getting close to the end of the bull run, and probably it's game over for Bitcoin. I'm talking about bull cycle, not that it's game over totally, because we all know it is in cycle. It moves up, come down, moves up. Bitcoin will hit $1 million, $5 million in the nearest future, not now. You understand? But for this bull cycle, it might be game over for BTC, because imagine 2,000 Bitcoin was transferred to 51 wallet by a weight. So our wealth dumping, and now remember the government shutdown is draining, it's draining about $15 billion US from US economy every week. That is what was reported by the US Treasury. So imagine 15 billion US dollars loss every week. That is real. And if that money is not in the economy again, where are people going to get more money to inject into all this crypto and other assets like that? So we need to always take all these fundamentals into consideration so we do not make the wrong decision. So with all the news that we're getting from BTC, I'm not going to lie to you, as a trader, you can get in and out using leverage and all that, but as an investor, spot trader, that's holding BTC for a long time, this is the best time. Since I told you leave at that 23,000, just stay away till we get a perfect entry. So Bitcoin is still not a buy. We need to stay away from that for now. All right, let's move on to another one, and we're going to talk about altcoins. We all know what Binance did during the 19 billion liquidation on Friday. The system was frozen, a lot of things happened, and now Binance has they've tried to put on some money to share, but now they've unleashed 400 million US dollar market rescue with instant relief for liquidated traders. You can read with me. Binance has unleashed a 400 million live line to stabilize the crypto market, launching an aggressive relief and liquidity campaign designed to restore confidence after brutal sell-off battered retail and institutional investors alike. So we can see Binance is just doing everything they could to make sure they just correct their mistake, but that is at least a good step for Binance. And speaking of Binance, you can now see that CZ comments on Coinbase BNB listing. We all know Coinbase and now announced that they are listing BNB on their exchange, and there's been this controversy of paying to get listed and all of that. So a whole lot of things going on. CZ has come to say, if you are not listing the cryptocurrency that is fought on the instead or fought on the cryptocurrency market cap ranking, you are the one losing, not them. And that is a great news from there. And if you look at Binance as such, you see that Binance is really holding on to the movement, even though it's below the entry. Now we all know stop loss for Binance now is 860. So 860 is when you can say, okay, I think I need to get out of Binance. If Binance did not break this 860, I think Binance is still looking good, because even though you look at it on a weekly time frame, you can see the weekly candle is still looking very strong. So BNB might just push back for accumulation, then continue moving up until maybe we're going to see another all-time high, then we're going to have a kicker, or we're going to have a structure being broken. So I feel like that is a good move. Binance is still a buy, and with what they are doing now, I think it's speak good with for Binance. All right, let's take a look at some other altcoins, and this one is Cardano. Expert predicts Cardano above $1 soon after liquidation. And if you look at Cardano, you find out that ADA is almost the same thing with the way it's moving with other altcoins. There is no confirmation to buy yet, so it's still a sell. No matter what they're saying, that we just need to wait for it to break out above 0.7, and if that should happen, possibly we're going to break above the near recent all-time high, which is, or the recent high, which is $1. But until that happens, we need to wait and see about that. Now let's talk about XRP, and if you look at XRP price coils below resistance. Bull prepare for possible what? Upside. And if you look at this right now, I told you XRP, they've been doing a lot. Shout out to Ripple. They now collaborating with a bank in Africa, Absa Bank, for all those their mobile payment and all of that. And let's see how it's going to go. But if you look at XRP chart right now, you find out that it's still the same thing with the other altcoins. They create a structure, but they're pulling back. They have not broken any structure, and we do not need to get into XRP. And if you take a look at what is going on with Dogecoin, which is the king of meme coin, Dogecoin sees aggressive accumulation by short-time holders in the next major rally. And if you look at that, you find out that Dogecoin 2 is just the same. So all of them, I think they are just the same position as yesterday. So we do not really need to disturb ourselves like that. But let's now check what the economy calendar will look like. I know we're not going to see much because since the government shut down, we've not been getting data and all of that. And that is affecting what we need to know regarding how the economy is behaving to now decide what will happen to the cryptocurrency. You can see nothing to write home about. It's just yellow. But let's check what the coin cryptocurrency market cap is looking like. You can see we've now dropped down from yesterday. Yesterday we were close to 4 trillion back, but right now we are now sitting at 3.8 trillion US dollars and close to 200 billion traded in the last 24 hours. Esta is now back to trending. Chain Opera is back to trending, and you can see the top gainers right here. But now let's take a look at what the ranking looks like before we dive into the chart fully. If you look at BTC, you find out that number 1 is Bitcoin, we all know. Number 2, Ethereum. Number 3 is now Tether. Now number 4 has now dropped, which is now BNB. 5 is XRP. Solana at number 6. USDC at number 7. You can see Lido Stake at number 8. Tron at number 9. And Dogecoin is now number 10. So Dogecoin has made it to top 10, while Cardano is below that. So if you look at the cryptocurrency market cap, only one thing changed from what we've been seeing for like a month. Tron has now made it to 9. It's been in top 10 since, and now Dogecoin is now at number what? Number 10, which is great. Wrap ETH is being dropped out of the top 10. Is now sitting at number 12. If you're interested in knowing where your cryptocurrency that you're holding on to or the project you want to invest in is standing on the cryptocurrency market rankings, you might want to check that out on CoinGecko.com. All right, I haven't checked that. Let's now dive into the chart fully and see what is really going on, what we can do. And if you look at this, you'll find out that the market is still like moving at the same rate with what we had yesterday. You can see BTC is now trading below 111,000 that we moved a little bit to higher this morning. Now it's trading at 110,500, and we do not need to get into the market yet until we break above 116, and we are confident about that we can get into it, or we push down to around 105, 107 thereabout. We could find entry there. But for now, let's stay away from Bitcoin, as well as it is not really good to get in, except you're a day trader that you're just in and out, then you can do that, and you can join my Telegram group for signals and all of that. The links are down in the description. And remember, this is not financial advice. It's just for educational purpose and entertainment. Make sure you do your own research and trade with the money you can afford to lose. All right, let's take a look at ETH. If you look at Ethereum, almost the same. They create the structure, not moving ahead. So stay away from ETH as well. Let's take a look at Link. Almost the same thing. Link, the same thing. Stay away from it. Let's take a look at AAVE. The same thing. Stay away from AAVE. And if you look at Solana, Solana too is the same thing. All of them are the same thing, except BNB that already went back to all-time after the dump and is still holding on to it. If you're holding on to BNB, where you can put your stop loss as an investor or a spot trader, you can put it at 850 until it breaks 850 years. Then we can see BNB we're done, but others don't get into it right now. Let's take a look at LTC. The same thing, created a structure, no break out. Sui, the same thing, stay away from it. Avalanche, the same thing, stay away from it. ADA, the same thing, stay away from it. XRP, stay away from it, except we break above 2.6. Turn network also, please and please stay away from it, but we have a good structure because we can see the pullback is not that much. We might want to break above 2.3. Only when that happens, that's when we're going to get into the market. Let's take a look at A-Star as well. A-Star 2 created a structure, but it's not breaking it, but now it's creating a pullback that I like. A-Star is giving me a pullback that I like, and if you see, the pullbacks are created 1, 2, 3. So if this sound should drop down to $1.05, I think it's a good buy for A-Star. $1.05 is going to be a good buy for A-Star. Let's take a look at Pump. Pump, we need for structure to break above. Ondo, we need structure to break above. And that's all regarding the altcoins. Let's now check what the meme coin looks like. More or less, I know they're going to look the same because they've been mirroring the movement. You can see created a structure, no entry yet, so stay away from Dogecoin. Shiba Inu, stay away from it. Pepe, stay away from it. Popcat, stay away from it. Let's see, Trump coin, stay away from it. Millennial coin, stay away from it. Nuts coin, also stay away from it. Let me take a look at dogs. The same, stay away from it. Deep, stay away from them. X, stay away from it. And let's see, this is Swamp. Swamp has created a structure. Wow. If Swamp should break above 0.015, I think that's a buy. That's gonna be a good buy for Swamp. If you have any other token you would like me to take a look for you, please and please drop the comment in the comment section, or you can DM me. I'll add it to all the ones we have on this list so we can take a look at them. So that is that regarding the charts analysis on this platform. Please stay away from all those tokens if you're watching right now, because they are not yet what we need to get into. But right now, let's take a look at what the fear and greed is looking like. And if you look at the fear and greed, you find out that yesterday was fear sitting around 38 thereabout. Let's take a look at today. You can now see, okay, 34. Yesterday was 34. Now we are down to 28. You can see last week was greed. Last month was neutral. It was fear yesterday, and now it's fear again at 28. So the market might be pulling that a little bit for us to accumulate again. Then maybe we're going to test all the all-time highs that we've seen before. So you can see the fear and greed sentiment is sitting at 28. Not down to extreme fear yet, but and you know, before we went to all-time high, I think we dropped down to 24. So let's see, we did not hit the extreme greed. We were at fear then before we saw the new all-time high, before the market started dumping, or the black swan that we experienced on Friday. All right, if you're still watching the show, it's the Bitcoin and Breakfast Show, and this is where we trade it and we do not gamble. And if you've not subscribed to the channel, it's CryptoBit101, the home of value and good information when it comes to cryptocurrency trading and investment. And you can join us on all the platforms. You can follow me on X, on Facebook, on Instagram, and on TikTok to get some of this great nugget that we have for you. So please and please, if you've not subscribed to the channel, please, it costs nothing, subscribe. Destroy the like button so the algorithm can push our video up as well, so we can reach wider audience. So that's regarding the show this morning. Please, nothing much to talk about, and please stick to what we've discussed on this show. But remember, this is not financial advice. It's just for educational purpose and entertainment. Make sure you do your own research before you put your money on any token. That's what I have for you this morning, being Thursday, the 16th of October 2025. I'll see you guys tomorrow, and probably we're gonna have much thing to look at. Maybe we're gonna see market dumping or moving back for us to get into the market. But until that happens, we just need to sit and relax and watch how the market is just playing out. I'm Ahmed Oladmeji Kazim, aka KC the Great, and please stay out of trouble. Trade well, and remember, we are all about making profit. Until I catch you tomorrow, from here, it's peace out.